They're just awful. And we need to do something to stop it. So credit unions have gotten together. We put a program and developed a program called CU Senior Safeguard, which allows all the people working in our credit unions to learn about financial fraud, what to do when you see it, the signs of it, and how to report it. And we also made a version of that program available to caregivers and seniors alike on our website, Better Values, Better Banking, so that we can help to educate the community and all folks about the dangers of financial scams and how to protect yourself. So to get things underway, when I read the story in the local paper here about Richard Spencer taking action to protect the senior, I said something needs to be done about this. So in tribute to Richard Spencer, that's why we are here today. We're gathered here to pay tribute to him for doing the right thing and for protecting and standing up for our seniors. So we also have some folks with us today before we do a check presentation from the Credit Unions of Massachusetts and the Quincy Credit Union. We're going to call upon first Mayor Tom Koch of Quincy to say a few words.
It's always a joy to come down to the Kennedy Senior Center and see so many wonderful friends. All the good that goes on in this great place. So thank you, Tom Glasby, for hosting. Thank the credit unions of Massachusetts, but also I know Judy's representing the Quincy Municipal Credit Union, which some of you may belong to. So today, as has been said, is a special day because too often we see on the news, and this is across the board, all the negative things going on in the world, all the cynicism, and today we're here to celebrate and talk about a good story, a positive story, something that we're all very proud of, and to see that a guy like Richard Spencer, and I'm sure those values were taught to him by his parents, probably enforced by growing up at St. Mark's. I don't know if you ever had the nuns. I did, Richard. They were banged into you, that's for sure. But you know, he's certainly a light in a time when some could argue that some darkness. So it's pretty amazing what he did. And I know that the chief and I talk about these issues on a regular basis. A couple months back, I got a letter from somebody I grew up with, whose mother was scammed by some $20,000. She lived in North Quincy on one of these crazy scams that go on every day all across the country. So Richard's action was huge. I know we have a number of seniors in the room, some of who may not have great big bank accounts, so you want to protect those bank accounts you have. And I'm not sure what the means of the woman was that Richard stepped in and prevented her from losing what could have been all of her life savings. So that's a big deal. I know the word hero was used. That's not overstated. That's a big deal for this woman and her hard-earned dollars from her life in the bank. So, Richard, you're a special guy. I have a commendation from the city for you. There's something from me, and I also have a commendation from a national organization. So I'm going to read the city one. City of Quincy, Massachusetts, in recognition of your good deed and heroic action, this mayor's commendation is presented to Richard Spencer. Your commitment to ensure the financial safety and well-being of others is nothing short of remarkable. Today's world of global connectivity includes the unfortunate reality that some of the most vulnerable people in our society fall prey to financial schemes. Because of your watchful eye and quick action, you prevented the exploitation of a senior citizen here in Quincy. On behalf of Grateful City, congratulate you on a job well done. And we have from the World Elder Abuse Awareness Day out of California, also a commendation, Richard, as well. So congratulations. Thank you for being such a great citizen.
I think we need more Richard Spencers in our community, right? right, all throughout the land, we'd be a lot safer. But talk about someone who keeps us safe as the chief of police. And let me call him up now, Paul Keenan, to say a few words. He sees this all the time from his work. So let's hear it.
Thank you very much, Mayor and Richard. It's a tough act to follow. It's not often that the chief of police gets to stand behind a microphone and address people for a good story. A lot of times we hear the worst of the worst. And it's interesting because a lot of chiefs, you'll see if you watch the news, all the time there's stuff on the news, there's a chief or the Boston Police Commissioner or the Quincy Police Chief asking for the public's help to solve crimes and keep the people safe. If you know something, say something. If you see something, say something. Well, this is a good story because actually Richard, with his efforts and his strong work, he prevented something. Instead of asking for help after the fact, which we often have to do, this is a good story because he actually provided help before the fact. We see this every day. Day in and day out, I read the reports on the Journal, and it's not just Quincy, we're not unique in that. It's transnational, it's global, that people, especially the elderly, are scammed out of their money. So it's a good story with a great ending, and the city's proud of you, the Quincy Police Department's proud of you. Thank you for your good job.
Thank you.
Another individual in the community that sees a lot of these kind of scams taking place in front of her is Judy Brazil. Judy works at Quincy Credit Union, and of course that's where a lot of seniors come in when they're being forced to scam, to fall victim to a scam. Come into the credit union, try to withdraw their money so that they can send it off, but credit unions are trying to prevent it. So here's Judy.
Good morning, everyone. One of the things that Quincy Credit Union is especially proud of is that we've been a mainstay in the community for over 80 years, and that gives us the unique advantage of knowing our members. And many of our senior members, we do know them, and we see them, they're not banking online, most of them, so we see their friendly faces. So it's our job to protect them if they come in a scenario like what transpired with Richard. We are very, very proud to be able to support the people in our community, and we also are encouraging other financial institutions and community partners to step up and do the same, and to support initiatives at senior centers, in the community centers where they have and conduct business. So we are proud to be able to bring more of this awareness, because what the story we're all talking about today is, what it has done is bring to light the importance of educating, and the Senior Safeguard Program is one of those programs. And we, as a credit union, hopefully, in the days to come, if all goes according to plan, we'll be bringing more of those seminars to centers like this in the community to one-on-one be able to teach those in the community what to look for, how not to get scammed, as Chief Keenan says, before it happens. And know that the business community is out there and can help for some of these efforts. And I just want to say again, thank you, Richard, and we're so proud to be part of this Quincy community and an initiative like this. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, there's one more person we're going to hear from shortly. We're going to move and do a check presentation. That will go to the mayor, and then it goes presented to City Council, and then it comes back here to the Senior Center. The Credit Unions of Massachusetts are making a donation of $500, and Quincy Credit Union is matching it with another $500, so that's $1,000 coming out to the Senior Center. So that the help provides for the programs and the education that's so needed to keep you all safe from financial scams. So the last person that we're going to hear this morning, but maybe certainly not the last, I should say, is Tom Clasby, the director of the Senior Center.
Thank you, Walter. And on behalf of Quincy's 20,000 seniors, Richard, thank you very much. Thank you very much. You know, communication is key, and you, from a simple conversation, were able to decipher that there was something wrong, and that's absolutely it. So we're working on training, you know, the population out there We're instituting a new program, and this money will go to help offset the cost of that. Where we do a robocall and we hear about a scam, we'll describe the scam and get it out to the seniors. But it's an ongoing battle, and it's important that we all get educated. We're very fortunate in the city. The mayor's office is tremendous. Quincy Police, great job. Our fire department, we all work together. It's a great community, and we're going to continue to see that we have a safe community. I also just want to thank the credit unions very much. And I think just events like this, making people aware, are so vital. That's how we'll win. Thank you.
So, one last word, verify, okay? If you get a call from someone asking for money, first of all, hang up. Secondly, if somebody says, oh, Johnny is someplace, in jail, and we need you to send money, verify. Call Johnny's parents. Make sure that everything is okay, but don't send any money to anyone that's doing that, okay? Promise me? Okay, wonderful. We're going to pull this away, and we're going to do our check recitation now. Thank you so much for being with us.